Toronto's population just hit 7 million. But what does 7 million people really mean? Today, we are going to put things into perspective by diving into Canada's overall population growth. We will also compare Toronto's rise to other major cities in Canada. On the other hand, you have probably heard about people leaving Toronto because of affordability issues. So, how many people are actually leaving? And where are they moving to? I'm going to unpack all that for you. As of July 1st, 2024, the Toronto Census metropolitan area reached a population of 7.1 million. That's an area of 5,902 square kilometers, west from Oakville, east to Ajax, north from Lake Simcoe, and south to Lake Ontario. Let's put things into perspective. Canada has a total population of 41 million people as of July 2024, and the Toronto area alone has 7.1 million people, which means 17.2% of the country's population are living in Toronto. That's quite significant. Over the past decade, the overall population growth in the whole of Canada was around 400,000 people per year. From July 2023 to July 2024, just 1 year, what do you think was the population growth in the Toronto area alone? 268,911 people. That's 67% of the country's average annual population growth. Toronto may not be the best in this country, but it is definitely the most popular. What about Vancouver? It gained over 127,000 people in the year leading up to July 2024, pushing its population to 3.1 million people. So Vancouver has around 44% of the population of Toronto. What about Montreal? Montreal actually has a bigger population than Vancouver. It added 132,000 people, bringing it to above 4.5 million in July 2024. Let's compare the population growth in the three big cities from 2001. You can see that the population growth in Toronto really takes off after 2021. Non-permanent residents are the biggest source of population growth in all three big cities. These are mainly work permit holders and international students. The second biggest source of population growth comes from new immigrants. Around 28% of new immigrants to Canada have settled in the Toronto area. However, things are going to look different this year. As you know, our government announced new restrictive immigration policies a couple months ago. The number of temporary residents are expected to be significantly reduced. We have yet to see how that plays out, but one thing for sure is that we won't see the same kind of population growth as we saw last year. So far, we have not seen any effect on the rental market yet. The number of units we leased out during the first 3 weeks of this year is exactly the same as the same period last year. However, we are facing some downward pressure on rent for lease renewals. Rents generally dropped around 5 to 10% last year because of the spike in the rental inventories from new condo completions. So when tenants renew their lease this year, they tend to negotiate for a lower rent. If you want to receive the most up-to-date information on how the rental market evolves, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell now. You can enjoy a brand new, never living 1,233 square foot condo townhouse with 10-year new home warranty. But you do not need to worry about any closing costs or development charges from the developer. You have heard about heated flooring, but what about heated flooring at the foyer? This townhouse comes with a very high-end finishing by brand name builder Daniels. The upgraded kitchen is the spotlight of the townhouse. Let me tell you a secret. Most developers avoid to put in mosaic backsplash because of the complexity. Daniels put it in as a standard feature. Look at the spacing to the island. It is so generous and make it so functional. I'm impressed. I like Daniels because they never chip out. Doesn't matter the market is good or bad. Look at the accent color. Black handle. Black mirror frame. Black handle. What about same accent color even for the hinge? Have you noticed that there's no bulkhead in the entire unit? You can enjoy the smooth 9.5-foot ceiling throughout the entire unit. We are literally steps to the GO train station. I think a lot of families can enjoy these amenities. With this quality of the door, you don't hear anything outside at all. And look at the deck. They even finish with wood deck for you. If you are interested, schedule a call with me at the link below. Let's talk about people moving among different provinces within Canada. All three big cities, Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, actually all had a net loss of people moving to other provinces. Toronto had a net loss of around 9,800 people. Vancouver, 5,700. Montreal, almost 6,700. Where are these people moving to? You bet. Mostly Calgary and Edmonton. The province of Alberta recorded a net gain of almost 44,000 people from interprovincial migration over the last year, with almost 21,000 people settling in Calgary and almost 14,000 people in Edmonton. In recent years, Calgary and Edmonton have become popular destinations because of the significant lower home prices among all the big cities in Canada. Calgary has a population of almost 1.8 million and Edmonton almost 1.7 million. So they are each about a quarter of the size of Toronto in terms of population. Yes, there is a growing trend of people leaving Toronto for more affordable cities, but the number is rather insignificant compared to the population growth we had. With more than 17% of Canada's population calling Toronto home, the city remains a magnet for people, even with rising affordability challenges. Now that we have a temporary pause on population growth, it could be a chance for the government to fix some of the problems in the city. It also allows some breathing room for the first-time buyers and end users to purchase in a less competitive market. I will, of course, keep you posted on how the new immigration policy play out in the sales and rental market. So, if you want to stay on top of the market, I think you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell now. 60% of you have not subscribed yet, so you know what to do.